You have Senator Tom Cotton as your guest this weekend. We just found he called earlier on in the maybe it was even last night that Secretary Blinken should postpone his trip to China. As Bill just reported, it appears that actually is what's going to happen, that postponement. This could be a very big Fox News Sunday weekend. What else do you expect before then?
Well, listen, we're going to talk to him about all of these issues. With China, he has been a very hardliner, saying this administration is not being tough enough with them. And he's got a lot of questions about that balloon. I mean, he's one of the folks out there saying they should take it down. We should strip it for intel, see what we can find out. China has said this is a civilian airship. It's primarily about tracking the weather. It's gotten off course. I mean, I guess by a whole continent. So we have a lot of questions, and so does Tom Cotton. But also we're going to talk to him about this issue of the documents, the classified documents that senators got their briefing but weren't allowed to see. He threatened to shut down judicial nominees over it. We'll see if he's holding to that. But I have a feeling China is going to be front and center in this conversation.
So the list is long, Shannon. You can start with China, and then you can move to what we found in our Fox News polling from this just the past 48 hours. We wanted to know from Americans how you describe the border. Today, they believe it is a national security crisis by 47%, followed by humanitarian crisis at 42%. I have to think the national security issue goes directly with the number of those on the terror watch list who have simply walked across the border, Shannon.
Yeah, and that's something that the president's critics, I mean, Democrats and Republicans alike pointing to the border say, we have got a number so far in this fiscal year, which started back in the fall, that is probably going to outpace any year we've had so far of the number of people who are allegedly on these terror watch lists that are showing up at the border illegally. So that is a big issue. Fentanyl, you could call that a national security crisis as well. Also in those polling numbers, the president is upside down by 25 points on the issue of immigration. So it's clear that the American people feel like that lays at the feet of the White House what is happening there. So record-breaking numbers in December, that late Friday night drop we got on the number of incidents happening at the border with people showing up illegally, and then the numbers of gotaways that we're getting as well. So, you know, they'll say, yes, we have caught X number of people on the terror watch list, but what don't we know about the hundreds of thousands or millions of other people in the last couple of years who've come across the border with no contact with law enforcement?
Yeah, last 4 months, 2,400 a day.
Yeah.
On the Gotaway category. 2,400 a day. Go ahead.
And those are the ones that we know of. Just last weekend, you interviewed Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders. And now she is going to be giving the Republican response to the State of the Union address on Tuesday night. Speaker McCarthy had this to say about her. This is call for number 3.
We've got the youngest governor in America, Sarah Huckabee Sanders, and the first woman governor in Arkansas, and the very first father-daughter ever to be governor of a state is going to give our State of the Union response. And we're excited about it, especially what she's been able to achieve so far as governor in Arkansas. So I'm very excited by that.
And she said she didn't have, last week on your show, that she didn't have higher office aspirations. Obviously, she just started in the governor's office. What else should we know?
Well, listen, you guys know she came out of the gates, hit the ground running. She was not pulling any punches, to throw in every cliche and metaphor I can for you to explain exactly how serious she was about getting started. She has issued all of these executive orders that have to deal with the, use of certain, what she would say is woke terminology, the use of CRT in schools, and trying to give money back to parents to allow them to let that follow students from school to school. She's really pushed back on a lot of things in a very big way right from the beginning. So I think it's interesting that this leadership over in the House has decided this is a model. This is what we want to look for to a governor, to a young leader in the party. She's also the youngest governor out there. And until Dana does something about it, she's the only former White House press secretary who's been governor. We've discussed that before. So
that
Dana,
lane is completely
you got to give Bill
open.
the scoop if you decide.
Yeah. She ain't going
You've got to let Bill
happening.
know. He's got to have the scoop.
If that were to ever happen, no, actually, it's just, I can't even think
Shannon,
of it.
here's the deal. You left me, and Dana's not going anywhere.
I'm a hostage.
Okay.
Just kidding. Look at Shannon now, Fox News Sunday anchor. We'll watch you on Sunday.
This weekend.
Have a great weekend.
And then we'll see you at the Super Bowl next weekend.
Yeah.
Thank you, Shannon. Have a good show.
I can't wait.